Okay, good morning, class. From today onwards, we will begin some revision sessions before your final semester exam begins. These sessions are equally important, if not more, because the whole syllabus has been complete and you would like to have a recap of everything that you have covered because it has been a long journey over the whole semester. It is quite possible that you might have forgotten some areas, you might have lost the concept of some areas which needs to be recapped. So this is the revision session that I'm going to conduct. First revision session will be on location study. This is the first most important topic of your syllabus, the location study. In the previous two chapters, they were introductory chapters where we had seen how many types of production systems are there, how many types of what is the difference between intermittent and continuous production, what is batch production, what is project production. So all these things have been discussed. We have seen the difference between manufacturing and service industry. So these were introductory portions. After this, the actual syllabus begins from location study. That is, after the company has decided what to produce, the company has to decide where to produce. Where to produce means the place, the space, the facility where the production will be carried out. Before we move on, I would request all of you to have your slides ready with you. Because I will constantly refer to the slides and move on. So first, what is the need for a location selection? Why do you need to select a location? That is what is the first question. Everybody will answer only one thing, that to produce products. Yes, obviously, place is required to produce products, goods or services, whatever. But need for a location survey, a selection, proper location are much more than only producing products. They can be several. It can be when the business is newly started. This is the most obvious reason. When the business is newly started, you need a place to produce your goods or service. Then the existing business has outgrown its existing facilities. If the business is outgrown or had grown in capacity, we have learned in capacity planning that whether the business, how capacity is planned for future upgradations or extensions of the business. If it has still outgrown its capacity, then you need another plant, another place to put up its location, to put up its plant. So this is why you need a location. The extent of market needs establishment of plants. Now suppose till now you had market at one place. Now onwards you are seeing, you are finding a market in another place, completely different, completely geographically miles apart, maybe 1,000 miles away, you find a market. So instead of transporting goods from here to there, you might feel like opening a location there itself, finding a location there and opening a plant there itself. This is extension of market. The lease of present location has expired. The present location, normally locations are chosen or geographical areas are given to big companies by the government on lease. They are not basically bought, they are leased. So if the lease has expired, normally 99 years lease, 199 years lease. So if the lease is expired, you need to, and if the lease cannot be renewed, if the current government is not renewing the lease, or if there are other issues which are affecting the renewal of the lease, then you need to set up the plant elsewhere. Possibility of reduction in cost in a new location. If you find that in a new location there is a reduction in cost possible, maybe the new location is nearer to the market, maybe the new location is nearer to the raw materials, it can be anything. Maybe the labor cost is cheaper, whatever might be the reason, the new location, a new location may be less costly. So if it is so, you have to transfer, or you may feel like transferring your entire setup to that new location. Inadequate labor supply in present location. If suddenly the present location's labor supply becomes inadequate, or there is some community turmoil, or there is some political turmoil, then you need to shift your location permanently. If the turmoil is permanent, if you feel like you will never get proper labor in this place anymore. Case of global location. If you want to go global, then you need to set up locations in the other countries as well. You just cannot have a local location, a site, a facility, and deliver it all over the world. If you are trying to go global, there has to be multiple plants in multiple places. So these are the needs for location selection. Next is importance of plant location. Please class, I am telling you, each and every slide is important. Pay attention to all the slides that I'm dealing with. Nothing is not important. Importance of plant location. Fixation of the production technology and the cost structure. Determine nearness of location from the market. That is, how near is the location from the market. If it is nearer to the market, it is easier to distribute the goods. Better service to customers, withstand competition, and select the best location. These are the importance of plant location selection. Next is types of plant location. You can have two types of plant location. One is single plant location, one is multi-plant location. If you have single plant location, then the factors are defining the location objective and the associated constraints, identifying relevant decision-making criteria, relating the objectives to criteria by various methods, evaluate alternative locations. Now, these various methods are various techniques of location study that we will get into in the next class. There were various techniques that I had taught you, like factor rating method, weighted factor rating method, minimax model, transportation model. So there are various models, centroid model or center of gravity method. There are various techniques of location selection. So those techniques will be studied in the next class, in the subsequent class. But these various methods deals with those methods. Then evaluating alternative locations, selecting the location that best suits the criteria. Okay. This is single plant location. Now multi-plant location, specific facility for different products. Multi-plant locations normally has different products. It is not a single product plant. It has got several products. So specific facilities for different products. Separate facilities for different geographical area. Multi-plant means you have got plants in different geographical area. So different geographical area requires different specifications. Separate facilities for different processes. If the products are different, the processes of producing the products will also be different. So you need to be cautious about the processes that changes over time. Oh, sorry, over products. Okay, these are the two types of plant locations. Steps in location selection. There are four basic steps. First, you have to find out whether you are going to be a local player or a global player, that is deciding on the domestic or international location. Then you have to select the region. Then you have to select the community. Then you have to select the site. What is region? Region is basically the broad area in the country where you're going to put up the plant. Maybe the eastern region, the western region, the southern region, the northern region. Where? Where exactly? The broader aspect of the place, of the country. Then comes the community. Community means inside the region, in which state or city or village, in which village exactly you want to put up the location, put up your site. Then finally selection of the site, that is the exact boundary wall of your location. So each has got its different factors that are affecting each. Factors influencing plant location for selection of region: availability of raw materials, nearness to market, availability of power, transportation facilities, suitability of climate, government policy, competition between states, location of the competitors. All are quite clear. Next is factors influencing plant location for selection of community. Availability of labor, civic amenities for workers, any basic amenities for the workers, like staying, water, food, these are civic amenities. Existence of complementary and competing industries, whether there are complementary and competing industries in that location, in that community. If there are complementary industries, it's good. Complementary industries means it complements your production. Two industries, two types of products complements each other. Like a car company and a tire company. A car is useless without a tire. A tire manufacturing company and a car, or a oil company and a automobile company. These are complementary products. But if the products are competing products, if one product can substitute the other product, then there is a problem. Then it is better not to have that community to be chosen as a location, because already you have a competitor there. Existing competitor means an early starter. If you're an early starter, then a new company coming in might cause problems for you. Finance and research facilities, availability of water and firefighting facilities, local taxes and restrictions, momentum of an early start. This momentum of an early start is same as having a competing firm. Now, the competing firm had an early start, so you will not have an early start advantage. And if you begin to start, you will have an early starter advantage if you are the first person to put up a plan there. Now, the site. Factors influencing location of a site: soil size and topography, disposal of waste, integration with other parts of the organization. Because other parts of the organization may not be in the plant area, in the manufacturing area. It might be a little far away. So You have to integrate with the other parts of the organization. So that is how the site will be planned. So these are the factors influencing plant location. Now these factors can also be divided into tangible and intangible factors. Tangible factors are those that you can touch and feel and see, and intangible factors are which you cannot touch and see and feel. Those are something judgmental, like soil size and topography. This is very much tangible. Disposal of waste, it is very much tangible. Now, existence of complementary and competing industries is very much tangible, but momentum of an early start is not a tangible factor, it's an intangible factor. Local taxes and restrictions are intangible factors. Availability of water and firefighting facilities are tangible factors. Finance and research facilities are intangible factors. So this entire factors can also be categorized into tangible and intangible factors. Sometimes errors happen while you select a location. So the most common errors are lack of thorough investigation and consideration of factors involved. If you have not considered the factors that are most important for your study, for your plant, then you have made an error. Personal likes and prejudices of the owner. The owner has personal likes and prejudices. That is, I would like to have a plant in this place. This place gives me more comfort. That is something related to the self, not to the plant. Something related to your own feelings and prejudice and likes and dislikes, not about the plant's consideration. Reluctance to move from the traditional home ground. Normally, this is a very big concern. If you want to put up a plant, if you want to start a business, many people are reluctant to move out of the home ground. If you are from, say, West Bengal, you are not really, you may not be ready, or you may not be very willing to move out of West Bengal. So your biasness will be towards setting up a plant in West Bengal, even though the factors influencing plant locations are in not favoring the site in West Bengal. Still, your inclination towards staying in your home ground will make you put up the plant in West Bengal. Preference for acquiring an existing structure. Now, maybe there is an existing structure which is not in use anymore. Now, there are many businessmen who feels like, sorry, who feels like that if I acquire that existing structure, I will somehow manage to operate my business there or do my production there. If an existing plant is there which has been means demolished, not demolished, which has been banned or forsaken, whatever, which is no longer in use, it is very easy to acquire such plants, such spaces, such buildings, such facilities. Now, you don't have to then rebuild anything again. If the buildings and things are already in place, you don't have to rebuild. So, if this is your intention, that you will acquire those kind of places, those kind of plants which had already been there in the past but not no longer is existing now, but the structure is there, the facilities are there, then you might make a wrong decision because your requirement might not be the same as the requirement of the plant which was there. The plant which was there, the existing facilities which are there might not suit your requirement, but your preference that you will purchase that kind of a place might hamper the or might be against the interest of the plant study. So these are the introductory aspects of location selection. In the next class, we will get into the types of the or the techniques of location study. Each of them we will study one by one in small manner. Okay, thank you, class.